Captain Elias Thorne had been alone for 3 years now aboard the Odyssey. The initial excitement of launched the cheers from mission control. The final embrace with Maria and the girls had faded into a routine of checks, adjustments, and endless waiting. Earth was a pale blue memory, its signals growing fainter with every light year he put behind him. The mission was humanity's desperate gamble. Earth was choking overpopulation, climate collapse, resource wars. The colony ships were being built in orbit, but they needed a confirmed destination. Kepler 442b, a super-Earth, 1,206 light-years away. Orbiting a stable orange dwarf star was the best candidate. Larger than Earth, rocky, with an atmosphere hinting at oxygen and water vapor. Models suggested it might even be more habitable than home, with a longer-lived star and gentle seasons. Elias's job was to get there first, deploy probes, confirm liquid oceans and breathable air, then plant the relay beacon. If all went well, the signal would take 1,206 years to reach Earth, but the colony fleet, using advanced drives, could arrive in centuries. He wouldn't live to see them, but his family might. He missed them with a physical ache that no medication dulled. Maria's laugh, the way she'd tuck her hair behind her ear when concentrating. Lily's fierce hugs, Sophie's endless questions about stars. On bad days, he recorded messages he knew they'd never hear in time. One evening, ship time, he pulled up the astronomical database and stared at the artist's renderings of Kepler 442. Be vast oceans under a reddish sun, continents draped in alien forests, clouds swirling in unfamiliar patterns. It looked welcoming, almost Earth-like, but bigger, wilder. "Would you like this place?" he whispered to the empty air, imagining Maria beside him. The sun's dimmer, orangey. Longer days, 112 Earth days per year. The girls could explore forever. But the vastness pressed in. He spent hours in the observation blister. The Milky Way, a frozen explosion of light, trillions of stars, each potentially with worlds like the one he sought. Yet here he was, a speck hurtling through the dark, carrying the weight of a dying species on his shoulders. No one to share the wonder, the fear. A proximity alert chimed one morning. A rogue asteroid field. Remnants of some ancient collision. He adjusted course manually, heart racing for the first time in months. The rocks tumbled silently past the viewport, ancient and indifferent. Afterward, adrenaline fading, the loneliness crashed harder. He played the old family videos again, Maria on the porch, the girls waving. "I miss you," he said to the recording. "Tell the girls' daddies." Almost halfway. "Tell them the new world has oceans bigger than anything on Earth. We'll build a house by the sea." Years blurred. He celebrated fabricated holidays alone, singing off-key to recordings of Lily's school concerts. He wrote journals, letters to his future grandchildren who might one day read them on arrival. Finally, after 7 long years, the orange star grew from a point to a disk. Kepler 440 to be resolved into a marbled blue-green world. Continents outlined in white clouds. Elias deployed the probes. They descended, sending back breathtaking data. Breathable atmosphere, vast liquid oceans, vegetation spectra, suggesting abundant life. No intelligent signals detected at first. Then, on the 3rd day of orbital surveys, one probe skimmed over a continent and transmitted images that made Elias's heart stop. Cities, not ruins, active cities, vast metropolitan sprawl along coastlines, geometric patterns of light, visible even in daylight from orbit, roads, dams, agricultural grids. The infrared signatures showed heat from millions, perhaps billions, of warm bodies. And then, unmistakably, radio chatter burst across the spectrum. Complex, modulated signals in languages no human had ever spoken. Kepler 442b was inhabited by a technological civilization. Elias sat frozen in the command chair, staring at the screens. The world below was not empty. It was not waiting for humanity. It was already someone's home. The mission parameters flashed in his mind. Confirm habitability. Plant beacon. summon the fleet. But the fleet wasn't coming to settle an empty world. It was coming to colonize. And now, ... What he thought of Maria, of Lily, and Sophie, he thought of the desperate billions back on Earth, clinging to hope that this distant planet would save them. His hand hovered over the beacon controls. One transmission, and the colony ships would launch in a generation, arriving in a few centuries with millions of refugees. But those millions would arrive as invaders. Elias closed his eyes. The loneliness that had haunted him for 7 years suddenly felt different, not the ache of missing his family, but the crushing weight of being the only human who knew the truth. He opened a new log entry, voice trembling. Mission update. Kepler 44b is inhabited by an advanced indigenous civilization. Recommend immediate mission abort. Do not send the fleet. Repeat. Do not come here. He cued the message into the relay, set it to transmit on a continuous loop toward Eartha, warning that would arrive long after he was dead. Then he deleted the original Oaklea signal. Forever. Below him, the alien world turned peacefully under its orange sun, unaware that a single human in a tiny ship had just made the decision that might doom his own species or save it from becoming monsters. Elias leaned back, tears drifting in the zero, and whispered into the endless dark. I'm sorry, Maria. I'm so sorry. But I couldn't let us become what we're running from. For the first time in 7 years, the vastness of space didn't feel lonely. It felt like mercy.